What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Strike Up Beer Quick Beer Reviews with your pals, Alan and Rapid Dave and Rapid Dave.
I'm Alan. How's it going, buddy?
It's going. Obviously, we're in a new location of the house. Every week, I think we're just going to do something new. Just kind of maybe we'll be in the bathroom one week.
Dude, we've been talking about doing the bathroom show for a while, and we haven't done it.
Tonight, we're having Keyworth Brewing Luminous Beings. Now, this is a double dry hopped New England style Indian Pale Ale, 6.9% alcohol by volume, 13 IBUs. Whoa, 13 IBUs.
13 IBUs.
Have you ever had a New England style IPA that was that low? Boy, this thing must be super smooth.
Maybe. I don't. A lot of places haven't been putting the IBUs on the beers here lately.
Yeah,
it's something that I've noticed, which is just I don't know.
Well, I had this beer. It wasn't real bitter. It was really good. Oh man, I should have got some snifters.
Ooh, yeah, well,
you said get pint glasses, so that's what threw me off.
We just need glassware to drink it out of. How about that?
I just need something.
So this is double dry hop New England style IPA brewed and double dry hopped with Strata, Comet, and Nectron. Yeah. 6.9% alcohol by volume, 13 IBUs. This only has 8 total check-ins on Untapped.
It's gonna have 9.
6 ratings. But it doesn't give it an average score. So I don't know if you have to have like a certain number of ratings before it does an average score or not.
Yeah.
But I mean, just kind of scrolling through here, this guy gave it like a 4.75.
Man, what the hell's up?
And he took a picture of an empty pint glass. So cheers to that. Mazel, good things.
Cheers. Man, that smells good. Real fruity, tropical too. Now I had this.
Good.
It's definitely higher on the bitterness. I think it's a little bit more than 15 IBUs. I will say this.
I think it's a little bit different though. Like
the reason I wanted you to pick up this beer today is because I went there this weekend, right, yeah. And so this really isn't kind of a quick beer review. This is a brewery review as well.
Oh,
so just FYI. Yeah. So I rolled in there and I grabbed a beer that I had. I had a Kolsch. I went live, everything like that. It was a disaster Monday, right? Pixelate, everything was, I told you about all the problems I was having. So I ended up deleting it. Well, now I was like, well, Alan's coming over. So grab me one. It's right down the street from your house.
Yeah.
So I grabbed some beers and then let's do a review real quick. And then obviously just funny enough, this is one that Lizzie had. Okay. And I went Kolsch. I think it's called Halo. And then, Lizzie went this one. So I've had them both and I had it off the tap.
That's what it was called.
And it was really good.
This is pretty delicious though.
The color's wild looking. This looks like, grapefruit juice or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Some type of
a little bit
with the pulp in.
It's a cool spot, I'll say for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You've got like they have like a downstairs, they have they're upstairs,
mm-hmm.
and you park underneath the building,
mm-hmm.
and they've got a section with picnic tables, cornhole,
mm-hmm.
On a little football turf,
mm-hmm.
over there, and then you can go inside and they have the tap room inside, and then upstairs where the tap room is, they also have another patio right outside. So it's got a decent amount of space. I'll drive past it on Saturdays a lot, and they'll be pretty busy.
I noticed there were some signs. It's like, don't. This is for brewery parking only. There's a gym right there.
There's a gym right there,
and then there's a indoor soccer field. I think right there on the end,
like a club soccer.
Yeah. So, nice. But it was really cool, and I liked there's plenty of seating, obviously inside as well. So like picnic tables and like probably like 10 or 15 tables inside, and then you have seating at the bar if you want to sit there, about 15 seats. And then if you go over like towards the production area, you can see everything right there. And then if you go just a little bit past that, you go in, there's like called a little mini arcade. There's about, I don't know, 7 or 8, maybe 9 arcade ones.
Okay, I hadn't seen that.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It's been a while. Like today is the first time I've been there since they opened up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I went there a few times right after they first opened up, and I hadn't been in a while. And then you hit me up today. It's like, hey, can you pick some up? And I looked, and they opened up at 4, and I was like, yeah, I'll swing by there before I come by here.
Yeah. They do have some different hours, but anyways, they're at 6428 Davis Boulevard, North Richland Hills, Texas. You can check out their menu, and they got a ton of beers on tap, a nice variety. They have some lagers, ales, even like some hazies and stuff like that as well. You can find all that at keyworthbrewing.com. Now, like I said, they're open. They're closed on Monday and Tuesday. So they're Wednesday through Sunday brewery. Open till 9 tonight, but then 10 on Thursday and Friday, including Saturday, and then 9 on Sunday. So. Yeah, I went out there and I was like, and I was gonna go over there and hang out where the arcade was because I was like, but we were gonna head to Time Rift anyways. I was like, all right, well, so I got my fix in over there. But I mean, real chill place. Nothing there wasn't any dogs running around, wasn't no damn kids running around, which I'm sure it's fine. but sometimes I just want to have a beer and not
They
get my butt sniffed.
the
Or
few times I
baby throw up on me.
went, they have a dog that the owners have.
Roll around
And
in there,
that their dog was,
kind of like false idol with that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they had that dog rolling around, and it's generally not a problem. I've ran into some issues at some other breweries where there's just a lot more people, and then a lot more people have their dogs there or
Right.
whatever, and it just, and then there was this one dude. He's walking around with like 2 dogs that were really cute dogs. One's a basset hound. I mean, how the hell are you gonna bring a basset hound there? Not one, and he's like looking at him down on you, feel like you're wanting to like pet the dog. Like, then don't bring your dog here, buddy.
Right.
Or go be somewhere else.
It's
You're
not a
right.
service dog.
You're right in the middle of the brewery.
Right.
You're the production area and stuff like that. I got time for that. So, but this brewery was real cool. And of course, I always check us in, for there. Just took a quick picture, tag them on Instagram and Facebook. Follow Strikeout Beer. And so when we were leaving, we checked out or whatever, and I was like, Lizzie was still talking. I was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Whatever. And then she's like, "Oh, he recognized, us or whatever." I was like, "Oh, okay." Because he didn't want to say anything. I was like, "Neither did I." And so, but that's always been me, right? I don't say anything. I just check in, support, grab a beer, I'll do it. I'm going to do a review or something like that. And if you're around, we'll do one together. And I know you've been there previously. So I was like, and so he said, if the offer's still on the table, he wanted to join us. And it's him and his brother. And I was like, okay. I was like, we could always do remote. I didn't tell them this, but it's still out there. I was like, we can do a remote, or you can remote in and we'll be here, or we'll be at our respected houses, or we go there.
Yeah.
And set up in a corner or set up where the arcade or wherever we can get like internet access. Right.
Yeah.
And some decent lighting. But I was like, I wouldn't mind heading back out there on a random Wednesday.
No.
Just kind of go out there. And like I said, they got decent hours, right? They're done by 9. We'll be done by 9.
Yeah. Yeah.
In and out, get there at 7, obviously, or something like that. Set up, hang out and whatnot. But I was like, I'd love to come out. It's a cool brewery, cool spot. And the beer tenders there. There was a woman working at night, and she was super helpful. And then the brother, like I said, he was there, one of the brothers. And like, overheard one of us say, we got, kids always running on like 5% battery. And he goes, I got a phone charger, y'all can use, whatever. He goes, oh, thanks so much. Get him at least put some juice on that damn phone of his. So, but this,
it's pretty good. It's got an interesting aftertaste. It's not like a bitterness. It's, because I think it's right on at the 13 IBUs.
You think so?
I know you said it was a little bit higher, but I'm not picking up like a bitterness. It's like a dryness.
Okay.
Almost more so of like a dryness aftertaste that I'm getting with it. It's pretty good. It's kind of got that fruited taste to it, right? The pineapple type that you get with traditionally with this style, but I'm enjoying it. I think it's pretty darn good. I think it's pretty smooth. I've just been kind of sipping on. Typically, with something like that, I'd already be down the hatch, right?
Yeah.
But we wanted to talk about the brewery for a little bit, so let me save some. Let me take my time with it.
Yeah.
Not just be an animal and just slop it down and be like more,
right? Give me more. I think the hops they're using, Strata, Comet, and Nectaron. I think they work well together. My mouth's watering as I'm talking to, because it's a tasty beer, and so it's probably something like that combination in the taste and the overall body of the beer, and you can get in trouble with it. It's what, 6.9 or 6? Yeah, 6.9% alcohol by volume. You're a hair away from 7, and if you can drink a 7%er like as easy as this thing goes down, you're going to be kind of in trouble.
Yeah, and it looks like, just looking through here, it looks like all the scores are 4 or higher on this one, 4 to 4.75 on this beer.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I think that's right there, right along there. I think I'm probably going to be sitting at give me a 4 out of 5 on it. I really enjoy it. I think it's just a little bit different with that dryness kind of aftertaste and being lower on the IBUs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah. The color, it looks right. It's how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to that hazy, that real pale. It's got a white, off-white head. Nah, it looks pretty white.
Yeah.
But no, cheers. It's good.
It's pretty darn tasty.
Oh yeah.
I want more.
I'll say a 4. That's where I'll be as well. I was already thinking about it as I'm sitting there drinking it. I don't want to say a crushable, but it's crushable.
It is. Yeah.
It's too damn tasty to be a 6.9 and a hazy IPA. There was a time when we went through hazies like crazy.
And haze boys.
Yeah. And we transitioned and kind of move from one style of beer to a next, wear it out, move to another one. And then we come back around but every time we have a hazy, and it's a good hazy. We love it.
Love it. Love
So.
it. Love it. Love it. But yeah, Keyworth Brewing out there in North Richland Hills. Go check them out. If you want to have a confused look on their face, be like, hey, Strikeout Beer sent me. And they'll be like, huh?
Yeah, they know who we are.
They don't know, but they'll be confused.
Why we
like,
send them?
why they send you? I don't know. Because we liked it. How about that?
I would say so.
Yeah.
I give it a thumbs up.
But hey, guys, as always, I'm Alan.
I'm RD.
And don't forget to spay new to your kids. We'll talk to you later. Deuces.
Don't do that.